What's going on, everybody? Blazing here. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video, and it's time. Community Week, Raid Shadow Legends 2025. Is it going to be as good as it was last year? Let me know in the comments down below. So here we go. For the month of April, they've decided again that they're going to do Community Week. Now, I really was kind of hoping that we would probably get another Raid Award show, but seems like we're not going to. So it is what it is. I really kind of enjoyed the Raid community shows or the Raid Award shows. So I don't know. I really hope that they get back into it and they do a better job that they did last year. That said, let's see what does Plarium have for us for the month of April. And there's a new legendary champion that they're going to be giving us. Let's see how that's going to work out. All right, so the event overview. Community Week is all about, you guessed it, the community. This is a continuation of last year's event, but with an additional, with additions to this time around. We've got new rewards calendar, features to dish out, and for new rewards. Log in daily starting April 10th to collect the fragments for a free community legendary champion, Iudex Artor, and help select the final reward for the entire community starting April 8th. Now that is going to be the Relic, right? So here we go. Basically same thing. Free legendary Relic vote starts April 8th. Free legendary vote for the Relic ends May 3rd. So we've got about less than a month, right? So which basically means we're gonna end up getting the relics sometime May, right? So the reward calendar stops May 5th. The reward calendar activation starts April 10th, and the reward calendar deactivation ends May 9th. So this is basically what we're going to be looking at. So I do want to say something here that it is a fragment that they're giving us this time, which means we can use them for a fusion, right? That's really cool. So this is how the setup's going to work for us to vote. We'll do a separate video breaking down these relics, or not even breaking down these relics, but basically vote for the wand, right? Iudex Artor, right, is going to be the champion that we're going to get. We're going to go through a skill kit here in just a minute. Okay, so how the calendar is going to work is the reward rate calendar is a special 25-day loyalty program. The calendar consists of 25 slots. Each slot contains a reward and a greeting. Interesting. Okay. So hopefully the rewards are going to be better than what we currently get, right? Maybe a couple of sacred shards. I don't know. I do wonder though, will the rewards or will this reward calendar be on top of everything else we get, right? The reward is hidden until you open the activation slot. So basically logging in every day. Players can miss the reward if they don't log in on the day that it is available. Okay, so it is going to be, it looks like separate, right? So if you don't log in for that day, you miss the reward, it's fine. You just get the next one. Players can still claim the guaranteed reward champion fragments and relics between May 5th and May 9th if they did not log on and open any of the reward calendar before that. So it looks like the last week, you'll probably end up getting the chance, or sorry, after the last week, you'll get the chance of getting the 25 fragments per. So not bad. No matter what, you're going to get your free legendary champion. Is it worth it? We'll see. Finally, the main reward of the calendar will be determined by the community, allowing players to have a say in regarding which relic becomes the ultimate prize. Cool. Want a submission? There we go. All right, so let's check out Iudex Artor's skill kit. Now, honestly, I don't think it's that crazy. I think they've given us other legendary champions that are way better than what this guy does. But here we go. A1 attacks all enemy, heals all allies by 5% of this champion's max HP, right? So he's going to be, I'm guessing, an HP-based champion. 4 books in, damage increase. Okay, whatever. It's not crazy, but it's okay. A2 places an increased attack buff and a 25% strengthen on all allies for 2 turns. Fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%. Okay, I guess you could use them on like a go first team as a turn meter booster. For, 2 books into it, you get it down to a 3-turn cooldown. Could be okay. Could be okay. He's starting to look like a Arbiter 2.0, maybe. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. And then the A3 revives an ally with 50% HP and 50% turn meter, and also places an increased attack buff on him for 1 turn. Then activates the revived ally's default skill, targeting the enemy with the lowest HP. That's kind of cool. Hopefully it's not a support that you revive, because then it's kind of wasted. But if it's a nuker, I could see how that would work. This could be helpful in some arena matches. I feel like on a 4-turn cooldown, it's okay. It's okay. I'll give it like a 3 out of 4, mostly because there's some RNG-ness on who you're gonna revive, right? If you're, if it's only a support, then a support's gonna nuke, which a support isn't gonna kill anything, right? Unless you have a nuking Duchess like Mr. Tham did. Moving on to the passive, if an enemy is killed by an ally's default skill after being revived by the A3, resets the cooldown of the A3. Okay, so this is kind of an interesting one, right? If we revive somebody, hopefully we revive a nuker, we kill them with the A1. Now, I wonder if the champion that has the lowest HP is under a veil, if he still or will be targeted, because that would be interesting. Although I'm thinking here, if we go up against an Arnon and he's the lowest HP, he might just come back and smack us. So it'll be an interesting skill to see how it works and plays, but it's on a 3-turn cooldown, so maybe not as good as I'm thinking it is. And then for the aura, it's 25% in arena. So the way I see this guy is he's basically, again, just an Arbiter 2.0, just a weaker version, pretty decent revive, okay turn meter boost, gives us increased attack. The aura is okay. I think it's going to be very hard to make him work towards the end game. New players and, early game players will get a benefit out of this. So maybe I'll build him in one of my earlier accounts to see how much of a benefit he's going to give. Let me know if you guys want to see that in the comments down below. But overall, I don't think he's going to be game breaking. Again, the skill kit's interesting, but I feel like Rhonda was better, right? Death Knight is better, depending on what you use him for. This feels kind of like an Epics champion just reskinned into a legendary. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the voting now. Every player is going to be able to vote 1 time. Once you vote, you can't change your mind. That's it. So you set it, and that's it. These are the 4 relics that we're going to be able to vote on. We're going to get Gore Crescent, Wand of Submission, Temporal Stagnator, and then Axe Serpentis. Now, I'll have to ask Final Compachi, but I think he's still regretting his Axis Serpentis as the one that he got for this arena season. The Temporal Stagnator could be a little interesting to play with, Gore Crescent as well. But guys, I think the Wand of Submission is going to be the #1 pick. And so with all that, it is going to be a fun time for the month of April. We'll wait and see what the rewards are going to be. I'm hoping juicy, a couple of sacreds, some ancients, mythical, mythical, yeah, right. They're not going to give us any mythicals. Let's be serious here. Although, how cool would it be if this champion was a mythical, just a lot more buff, right? I think it'd be nice if Plarium gave us a couple of mythical champions. Anyways, that said, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Are you excited for this? Is this guy just going to be a, let me summon him for a fusion or something? It certainly feels like that. Join us every Sunday, 2 p.m. EST for the Knights of Teleria podcast, where we dive into the world of Raid Shadow Legends, discussing everything from free-to-play strategies to pay-to-win insight, and covering the journey from early to mid-game. Whether you're a newbie or a seasoned player, we have something for everyone. Don't miss out on the Knights of Teleria podcast, the only podcast for Raid Shadow Legends. As always, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other. I'll catch you guys next time.